The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle Darlington Steve on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.
All right, my family. I believe that we are all good. Welcome, welcome. Please pardon as much as possible to see some few things that needs to be adjusted so that you all can be able to enjoy me as we talk about all things banking today. Today is going to be all things banking, and so I'm trying my best for me to be able to see how that goes. Yep. Okay. I'm live. But guys, please, if the thing is lagging, please just understand that it's just due to network issues, which is something that we're trying as much as possible for us to fix. I think, funny enough, let me even call out this company name. It's called MTN. For strange reason, I think I'm speaking to one of their representative, and I don't understand the business model, this very particular Nigerian business, especially when it comes to some certain sector. I don't want to say all the sectors. It's quite interesting where they want to play monopoly game, but the monopoly game they are playing seems to be very detrimental, where they are not enhancing competition, which is healthy competition in the market. For instance, I think I was speaking to somebody a few minutes ago. I needed what's it called a fiber in my estate for it to be installed. I think I've even, because I don't know if it's legally a fraternity of telecommunication. I even paid for them to come out to come and survey, because they refused to come out and come and survey and stuff, which I don't know, because obviously they said that's the system. I paid for them to come out to come and survey. Then the next minute, these people came out, they gave me a report which is not good as to 1, 2, 3, and all things that doesn't really make sense. But I made peace. Of course, that's who they are. Please, as you're watching, please comment and let us know where you're watching from, to really help me to be able to say hi to you. So please just write, my name is this, I'm watching from XYZ, and so I'll be able to see it and just to say a big thank you to you, which is very important. Now, this is the thing there. The part there that shocks me with them is this. They came in, decide to do what they have to do. They gave me a report to say, okay, fine, there is no installation of fiber within my estate. I said, okay, no problem. What do we need to do? I got a long voice note. I don't want to say anything about the voice note because of the case on ground. But this is the part I want to talk about. Now, at least, and this is where the thing is very interesting, they want to have at least 75 market access to that very particular estate. And so because of that, it may be a problem. And so now I understand why the chairman of the estate is refusing, because you can't force people to be on your platform. You can't force people. One of the things about business is the ability for you to understand that people will play in the industry where you play. So your own part for you to do is to create a system that makes people still remain loyal to you. You need to create an experience that make them want to major market share, but at the same time, the system in which we're putting on the table for those market share, it's literally close to pain, if I have to say that way. It's close to pain. When you I understand this market access share that you're looking for. You want to be able to get a bigger pie of the stuff. What happens if the people there don't want your service and I want your service? So are you going to say, because all of the, for example, I'm not saying that's the number where I stay, let's say 200 people is in my estate. You want over 75% of that place. Now, let's say you want over 150 people to be able to use your product. What if it's only 50 people that want your product and not just the whole 150 people? So are you going to say no to the business? She was quiet. Hear me, Nigerians. Competition is not a bad thing. I can tell you point blank. Competition is not a bad thing. Competition is very good because it then helps you, the founder or the creator of the product, for you not to sleep, to think that because you have a market share in this very particular industry, huge, and so because of that, you are not going to be able to come up with innovative stuff. It's also more similar like what is happening within the banking sector that we are going to be looking into today, as to what your bank must do for you or what your bank should be doing for you, besides just you depositing your. The reason why we then find, I use the word, all the online of pay kind of stuff currently now happening in Nigeria is because the commercial space, they are all playing. They are literally playing. They do, I literally believe that they do copy and paste. Even with the online of things, which is your OPay, PAMPay, Money Point, and all of the PayPay thing that is on ground. If you are careful enough to look at it, it's almost similar product. Because I can tell you point blank, when I entered the country, I literally downloaded and opened everything. And they were all the same features. The only thing that just made me stay, for example, with OPay was because an average person you meet on the street, let me make payment to you here, OPay. I said, let me do this one for you, OPay. I said, kilo day. Then I just make pillar. Okay, see this OPay, let's stay there. I think it was of recent that I decided to also now begin to start using the PAMPay side of things, so that for the office use and all of those very particular things. But guess what? When I asked the reason why OPay, majority of them says because of easy transfers. If your money is not going there, OPay will return the money back to you. So there's a lot of experience. People, everybody have their own experience about OPay and stuff. Obviously, they have a downside. The downside is the fact that they will warn you that, you see all this online thing, don't put huge amount of money, put your daily 2K money in that very particular platform. So that in case if they crash, you know that you will not have a headache, which fair enough. I hear them and stuff. I think I remember, I will never forget this one. You know why I'm laughing? I remember when I came into the country and I needed to make a payment to my previous landlady, which was in Lagos. And so obviously my access bank literally has a limit. So what I then do is the fact that, and she wanted her money in full. And the money is millions and stuff. So what I then do is the fact that I transfer a huge amount of money from my access to the OPay because everybody's shouting OPay. So in my head, I thought it was a proper bank, which it is. Because I need to give them kudos to it. So I transfer half of the money into OPay so that by the time it gets to the 24 hours, I can then have the both account active for me to pay the rental. You know, I'm laughing. The moment I paid the woman her money, I think I paid her 50% so that the following day I can then be able to pay the other one from Access Bank and stuff. So, but at the end of the day, no, I think I paid 25% because it was a huge amount. So I was now making sure that other platform has money so that I can then transfer to her so that I can then be able to move my way. I remember after I paid the OP part, she called me immediately. Bah! She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Why? The money you are expecting, is it not the money you have?" It's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to talk about. Now, literally, she lose on me like a Nigerian mother. And in my head, I'm thinking, what's going on? He said, no, you can't be sending that kind of money from OPay. What do you mean? You should not put anything more than just, funny enough, it's not even OPay. He said, OPay, PAMPay, Money Point, blah, blah, blah. She called all the things, including Kuda, because I remember I know Kuda from her mouth. He said, OPay, blah, blah, you can't be doing that. She was shouting. I'm like, what the hell? To be honest, fear gripped me somewhere in my spirit. I went to the same OPay and moved the money. But the kind of long solution, she ended up having that money, which is the thing. But I think it's just that fun part for me to understand that the banking industry also have their own shortfalls. The same thing also. And I think next week, Wednesday, I'm going to be looking into, because I'm currently doing my school. We are going to. Somebody was saying to me on my show after the show was over that, Darling, you're really coming for this guy's name. I said, the earlier they know that somebody's talking about systems and structure, accountability, and making sure that things are working in Nigeria, the better it is. the better it is. With that being said, family, welcome to the show. Standard competition is good in the market. Competition is good. I think it was, I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Today's Friday. Yesterday, I choose to believe. Yesterday, yes. I went to see a particular friend of mine who is also almost doing the same Pan African stuff we're doing. And literally, I was very happy with the guy. And I said to him, I said, see, the more we are in this place, the better it is, because at least we all will be looking at each other to benchmark and to say, okay, which angle you are covering. And I was very nice enough for me to ask him which angle you are covering and stuff so that I don't play in your field. And I think I remember also we were trying as much as possible to look for a space around. And in my spirit, I made peace in the sense that I will not want to be around his space, not because I'm afraid of anything, but because I want to respect him and his authenticity within the region. If literally, as business people, I'm not saying maybe because of my South African mind, because where I come from, you can't have in one building, you can't have same business in that building. You can't. But Nigeria, literally, you can have the same business. In fact, the whole building can literally be one thing. They will tell you everybody have their own customer, which for me, it really doesn't make sense, but I choose to be corrected. But I said to myself, I said, no, even though we got a place in this place here, I'm still not going to move to that area because I'm into that building where he's currently operating at. Because for me, it's just called respect. It's called respect. But am I going to play in the field where he's playing? Obviously. After I started from South Africa, not even from Nigeria. So with that being said, family, today we're going to be looking into the stuff. And let me even apologize first. If this video is lagging, please pardon us. It has everything to do with internet. Okay, I've been told that it is fine. How's a good breath for me? 11 minutes has come and gone. Now let's go shoot our talk for today. And let's see how we think the reason why banking for me is very important is because I have noticed what the banks can do for the people and the general populace. The bank is not just an institution alone. For me, this is my own opinion. The bank is not just an institution alone for you to be able to just get money, get loans, and all of that, whatever that you know now. The bank has a lot of things that it can do. And obviously, benchmarking from where I was coming from and where I am now, my prayer and my what you call is the fact that most of the banking guys will see this very particular thing and begin to adjust their system and so that they can then begin to create a healthy competitive environment. For instance, let me just even divert a bit. The bank literally has a role to play in having an inclusive society in Nigeria because whether I like it or not, both the Muslim, the Christians, the pagan, the atheist, and whatever, name all of that, they all have a bank account in the same bank. So which means the bank literally can become a major player in literally trying to create an inclusive society, not just collecting our money. The question I want to ask you, who is banking with XYZ Bank, how inclusive is your bank to you? How inclusive are they? So that is just one side that I believe that the bank can do. Because we can't say the church can be able to create inclusive society because the church is predominantly Christians, the mosque is predominantly Muslims, the shrine is predominantly the traditional guys and the non-people, the ones who hug trees and believe in sun. I know a particular friend of mine in SA, the guy like hugging trees. So I believe in trees. And there was a time the guy was literally trending. So, but that's it. So today's topic we're looking at beyond money, what your bank can do for you. And I think I remember on Wednesday, I only look at one point. But today I'm going to literally go through all the 6 points that I have on ground so that we can be able to have a collective conversation. And also, if you have a question you want to ask, please feel free to pop your question on this very particular platform, and I'll try as much as possible for me to read your question and also give you an answer to your question. Beyond money, what can your bank do for you? So, number one, let's begin to look into it. Beyond money, what your bank can do for you quickly. Let me go to my notes. I know I use the fact that number one, the bank can be able to help you create what I call a financial inclusion. The ability for them to be able to include everyone financially, which means bank can bridge the gap between the formal and the informal, or probably the formal and the unbanked community. For instance, currently now, when we look at the fintech of things, Africa literally sitting at 1.4 billion population. Actually, if I can gather properly, over 400 million of Africa, there is no access. In fact, in Nigeria, literally, currently more than 47%, is it 47 or 37? Within that number, currently now in Nigeria, literally unbanked. which means the ability for banks to begin to create an inclusive society, to begin to find a way of how to include these very particular guys and not just, a cashless banking system. It wasn't favoring because why Nigerians can't cope without a cash. Because why? The majority of the people where transaction needs to happen, they literally depend on cash because they were not included in the financial stuff as far as Nigeria is concerned. Nigerian banks. So which means, what am I talking about? The ability for digital banking platform and mobile app can reach both the rural and the undeserved area. That's why you see the likes of OP, MoneyPoint, PamPay, and all of these pays. They are trying to literally capture the unbanked environment, the people who are informal, the unbanked, the undeserved. Because why? It's all about financial inclusivity. And that is why your major bank, which is your Standard, your Stanbic, your Access, your GTB, your UBA, your whatever that is out there, I think that's really common one that I know, is the fact that because they literally have not been able to create a financial inclusivity in the place where they operate, it then becomes a problem for them to be able to play in that very particular space. So which means your bank literally must be able to, I'm talking about digital platform. Remember, we're still on point A. I'm just looking at some of the points I wrote down here. Talking about digital platform, please, banks of Nigeria, we should not be able to come to your bank every time to come and update just phone numbers. Doesn't make sense. 21st century. Doesn't. You must be able to develop, because why? You already have our database. Currently now in Nigeria, you have two forms of identity that is government approved when it comes to the bank. Number one, the bank verification number, which is known as BVN. That is a number thing that the banks themselves, they created for you to be included into the banking system, for you to be profiled into it. And number two is known as NIN. I think it's called Nigeria or National Identity Number, whichever one, but I know that there is an identity number there. Now, guess what? Within these two, the banks literally have our data. Talking about data, please be careful. Sometimes when your bank calls you, do me a favor, tell them, please, my information must be protected and must not be shared for any advertising or probably for it to be exported out, because currently now, identity and data of Africa, especially Nigeria, is being exported. I'm saying this from a reliable source, so please be careful. Now, with that being said, the ability for you to understand that, yes, you have created this banking platform and co, make it easier to use. I was at a particular conference yesterday, and I remember one of the young man, I think if I'm not mistaken, his name is Samuel. That's somewhere for Labi or Samuel Labi, whichever of the, but I know there's a Labi somewhere. But now the guy was speaking on that very particular platform, and he says the biggest reason why most of the banks are literally not targeting the unbanked or the undeserved is because they don't do what we call user experience first. You don't go experience what does the user want. That also applies to the app that you are developing. Your app you're currently developing, have you been able to take time for you to be able to at least have 20, 50, 30, 100 people, tell them this is what I want to do, this is how I want to build the app. How do you think it will be easy for us to be able to serve it? Because guess what? Just because people are educated and yet you are not fully knowledgeable about that very particular thing. And that is where most times you would think that an average person is knowledgeable about something, but maybe the necessary knowledge that is needed for them to get to the next level, that knowledge is not available. So you may know and not fully know. And that is where the issue comes in. So with that being said, we must understand that in financial inclusion, digital platforms must be updated. Number two is the fact that they must have micro savings and micro credit program. Nigeria is still struggling when it comes to credit facilities, because I think I say point blank because I've played in the credit facility where I came from and also here. Nigeria is still struggling with credit facility. We don't have ample credit structure that can be able to carry an average Nigeria. And I think I choose to believe because Nigerians are literally professionals and self-employed. Majority of the markets of Nigeria are between the, if you want to know about these 5 cadres of business, I actually have it on one of my podcasts before this one. But nonetheless, the top 2 is where Nigeria plays. So because of that, the ability for the bank to be able to profile the credit structure of individuals is a bit difficult. But hear me, you can still do it, because why? You can use social experience, spending characters, and also the people's lifestyle for you to be able to judge and to also benchmark the personality of the person, to be able to create a structure for the person. You can be able to do. I know something plans are after, by all they do is the fact that what are the things for them to be able to create a credit profile for you and also give you money as a credit because of your lifestyle on social media. See, people are thinking beyond. You're the only one that is literally limited. You can even create a credit profile based on people's facilities, communication that they have it, and all of those very particular banks. You can do that. You can literally do that. You can think after the show is over, call all your team, sit with them. You can literally create a system from people's lifestyle, people's social environment, people pay what you call groupings and all of those things to begin to create a credit programs for them. And also, what does the bank needs to do also is the ability for them to be able to partner with fintech and cooperatives that can help without traditional bank accounts or financial assets. South Africa, we call it Stockfell. I think in Nigeria, they call it Osusu, if I'm not mistaken. There was this thing where you guys, is that? Susu, something like that. I know I saw it somewhere one day called Susu, but we will call it Stockfell. And so, so Susu, there is a way you can partner with Susu, because Susu is a community whereby they just come together maybe every day or every week or every month. They put, is it monthly? Cooperative, that's the name of cooperative society. Yeah, that's the name. It's called Susu, whatever. I'm letting Nigeria calm down, and I promise you, give me 1 year more. I'll be money. I think I'm laughing. I was saying to Echo, what's it called, when I was coming in. I think that's, I don't know what happened, but I said to them, I said, I think I need to behave like the boss lady. The boss lady, we can use that for joke all the time. I think to something, he's like, he almost sounds like a Zulu man. Stay your lane, down, that place you're going, don't try it. So number one, quickly, because it's 6 points, and I see that I've actually gone 20 minutes. Number one is the fact that you must understand that, hear me, the bank must be able to create financial inclusivity. If your grandmother doesn't have an account, the bank is responsible to make sure that your grandmother have an account. Whether it is online bank of things, whether it is the normal commercial bank, whether it is Susu, they call it, or whether it is Stockfell, the bank is mandated for them to create a financial inclusivity with that undeserved or probably unbanked people. Number two, what does your bank needs to do for you? And I think number three will be more sweeter for those of you who are into business. So what does your bank need to do for you is this. Your bank literally can be able to help with financial literacy and empowerment. Your bank, see, you have money with them. Your bank wants to keep your money for as long as they can because they're using your money for business. The stock market, your bank playing to those very particular. So every 1 naira or 1 rand that you have in your bank account, that money is readily available for the bank to do whatever they want to do. Your bank are literally loaning government money. Your banks are literally giving insurance money. Your bank are literally going into different kind of business. Your banks are funding organization. They are borrowing money to corporate, or I mean, what's it called? Had huge firm. I think Femi Otedola, he actually said it. Because chances are Femi Otedola at that very particular moment, maybe he doesn't have a 200 billion naira for him to be able to do a project and stuff, but he goes to the bank will give him 200 billion naira. Where do you think the bank has the 200 billion to give to Mr. Femi Otedola? Because chances are his account is 100 million. But yet he goes to the bank and collects 200 billion. Where do you think he's getting it from? You and I, who put our money in the bank. That's so when Mr. Femi Otedola collects those money, obviously an interest, he will pay back and all of those things. So your money is literally helping some of this think tank or bigger business owners for them to be able to scale. But the question I need to ask you, what comes to your account back? And that leads me to this very particular caveat on this very particular stuff. Nigerian banks, please hear me. You are using my money to do business. I know for sure, you can't lie to me. You are using it. But I don't understand where I have to pay to deposit, I have to pay to withdraw. And at the end of the month, you charge me monthly charges. As if that is not even enough. Every transfer I do, you still charge me. Then this is the demonic side of the bank that I hate. At midnight, somewhere between 11 and 12, I've tested it, especially with Access Bank and GTB. Today, I meant that I'll call you guys. Access Bank and GTB, I have an account with you guys. You guys decide to now become a witchcraft in the midnight, somewhere around 11 to 1 o'clock, and you debit some useless amount of money that we don't know what that money is, and you now just put numbers as the description. You know, it's annoying. It is scam, broad daylight scam. It is a broad daylight scam. Hear me echo this part, edit it. I need it so that I put it. It is a broad daylight scam. Because number one, you have already charged me for immediate transfer. Your banking system in Nigeria, all the banks, hear me, all, including the digital guys, all of you, every transfer I do is an immediate transfer. You charge me a particular fee for the transfer, fine. Number two, you don't even give me an option for me to even choose if I want to do immediate transfer. I just want the transfer to go normal time, where I don't want to pay that 50 naira or 200 naira, whatever you're going to charge me. Give me an option. What if I am not willing to do the 50 naira and I don't have 50 naira? I just want to transfer 1,000 and the money is my account is literally because the 20 naira will not go because I say 15 naira that is needed. So because of that, you tell me insufficient fund. But if you give me this thing to say, okay, what's it called? Normal transfer, which will take you, let me know, 24 to 48 hours, I will choose that one. It's my money. The person is not in a hurry to receive it. I don't understand why Nigerians, you guys are afraid of competition. I don't understand. Give us option. And all of you bank owners, wherever coffins you guys are going to have your meetings, please stop it. It is bleeding the people. A country with less than 30,000 minimum wage, let's be honest, because they say 70,000 is just on paper. I've asked question. They say it's not been implemented. And yet, I transfer 1,000 naira, you charge me 50 naira. After 2 hours, you charge me another 50 naira, you say it's stamp. I don't know, maybe where the money is going to, they have to be stamped there. Now, this is the part that is annoying. The place where the money is even going to, you charge the person, you charge me. So which means on 1,000 naira, you have literally make 100 naira out of it because whoever receive it, get charged. Me who send it, get charged. South Africa, please come and invade the Nigerian banking system. I just go peg now. The reason why I say South Africa should come is this. Hear me. I bank with South Africa. All their banking system, they give you option. Immediate transfer, they tell you it's 48 rand. Normal transfer, no fee. Banking system in Nigeria, every month you choose a package. For example, if you say you want to be paying 100 rand every month, they will tell you, okay, your 100 rand has 3 free transfer, whatever, SMS, blah, blah, blah. They tell you what it is. So I choose to say, okay, I know that the whole of the month, I can't transfer more than 3 times. So I'll choose the 100 naira. So at least I save my money. Please give us options on the amounts that we need to take. Because I know that you will say, okay, I asked somebody, one of my friends in the bank, and the person was saying this to me that is very interesting. He says the reason why the banks are charging is because of the software they use. Did I ask you to go into business at first? So you don't know that you use software before. You have almost every opportunity and every portal for you to make money, yet you still... Now listen, calm down. You are teaching. Calm down. It's because the thing is paining me. I'm like you. So all of us were in this struggle. Now, another thing again I need to say with the bank is this. Money will be transferred from A account, getting to B account for strange reason. Between A and B, the money lost in the air. Commercial bank, you have that problem. Money will lost in the air. I know a friend of mine, literally, I don't want to mention name because the person within my circle here, she tried to get 160,000 from the date. The money did not get to the destination. The money left her account. We don't know where the money is. Hear me, you cabals of thieves in the bank. Please stop it. It's a cabal. I know if somebody who gave me close information to say, no, there are cabal of somebody, they pin the money because if they notice that you have a high amount of money in the bank, they know that you don't care about 100,000, don't care about 200. So by the time you transfer, they put a peg. That's a criminal. Even the banks, some of the banks are full-blown criminals. I feel like just announcing one bank that I know that their head is correct a bit. But I'm not saying take my word to FCMB and Stanbic IBTC. Guys, they are proper. FCMB, and don't pay me for advert too. So I'm done with this one. Please locate me. Locate my destiny. Let's talk business. FCMB and Stanbic IBTC. Guess what? Even their transfer rate is very cheap. Me, I explore bank. Me, I use money to lend. That's one of the things about me. I use my... But guess what? Hear me. Create a systems. Give us what we call different levels of payment structure. For example, I don't want to call how much I pay with my Access Bank on the quarterly note and stuff because of some certain ease of my life that I want. But even at that kind of lump sum of money I'm paying you, the rich in your village did not even help you to understand. This guy is paying huge amount of money. This SMS charge we're charging, this stamp we're charging. You still are doing the same thing. In fact, on the system that I was working on currently, especially with the bank I bank with, you guys have not even given me my data that you guys promised me for the past 3 months. Literally, you have not done that because I belong to a particular club in the bank, in quote, for easy access. Okay, I get here. Point number 2 again, financial literacy and empowerment. I say all of that. Echo, no matter what happened in your village, make sure that your phone, your network, I need it. because I need to advertise that password that the Nigerian banks can understand. People are complaining. Most of the times when I go to Nigerian banks, a lot of people, and for me, it's even the elderly ones that is even annoying. You will see elderly person literally standing there. No, I am trying to, my daughter sent me money from Lagos and the money is not coming. And you ask about the money, literally maybe it's 25 bank. The daughter sends her money. The money is not reflecting in the old woman account, and your conscience may thunder fire you. I didn't know where I get there, but may he fire you. And that wickedness you are doing, that's wrong. I will not get a particular, it's literally 7,500 naira. She showed the receipt of the daughter transferring that money to her, to them. They confirmed that yes, the daughter, but the money did not appear in the woman's account. 7,500 naira. Nigerian bankers, Nigerian bank owners, and your people, your comrade, is that no wickedness? And you are blaming that the president. What's the problem? Why would throw fingers at the president? Let's also throw the particular portion of finger. Let's throw it also to ourselves. You are the problem. Money seems to disappear between your bank and the next bank. It seems to disappear. But when you want to now take your charges, the money doesn't disappear. You see, I'm talking about Nigerian bank. Because I need to be Nigerian bank. Good. In the whole of this madness that I'm shouting here currently now, please do us a favor, create different levels of package we need to take. I need to take a business package. That package is 10,000 pounds. Then you must charge me anything. That witches and wizard kind of transfer you do in the midnight when I'm sleeping, only for me to wake up and see notification of money leaving my account. In fact, there's a particular bank, literally, if you pass in front of the bank, they literally charge you for passing in front of their bank. I've tried it. I close the account immediately. Just by passing in front of the bank. You just discover. This is very important, which means on number 2, banks must be able to offer free workshop, online courses, mentorship programs on budgeting, investment, and entrepreneurship. How many banks are doing this? A lot of banks within the country where I came from, they do it. Nigerian banks, dololo. Instead of that, you would like to go and put your businesses where they're having shows and all of those things because you want to get the people to bank. Have you done a show yourself for you to be able to what you call educate the people who are literally banking in yourself? Hear me, Nigerian banks. You have data and clusters of people in your bank. If you know my kind who are Pan-Africanism and stuff, have you been able to design a program to send to us for us to come in and understand what the Pan-African business is all about and co? But our money is there. That's wrong. You're supposed to be doing that. You are supposed to do it. It's your responsibility to do that. And sometimes you sponsor an event that is not needed because your end point, you don't have a problem with this, come out and nothing happen. For the people who watch that inside, I don't even know how you people survive. And you even come on social media, you even tell story. I don't know how you manage that too. And you wonder why your life is still at Pentium 0. Currently now everybody using Core i5, Core i7, you're only still on Pentium 0. Because why? You spend 90 days watching to just be able to see. It's okay, I mean not talk. Promote youth and financial education drive. Number 3, develop gamify saving and investment tools. Saving and investment tools. Come up with games that people can engage in. Please. Hear me, Nigerian banks, you can do all of these things. I'm ranting and shouting because it's frustrating. I'm seeing how Nigerians have the margin between the rich and the poor. It's too much. You know what the rich are doing. Because I'm going to my point number 3 now for me to now explain some of the things that you guys are doing. You know what the rich are doing. Why not bring for you to do it now? You these wicked ancestors. It is possible. Number 3. Because today, I mean to expose people. I mean it. I mean it. After today, if you guys don't find me, just know that the bank has come for me and all the big banks, find them. They will know where I belong. VDM in case. Because I've been warned that the moment you say truth in this very particular country, you become a target. The truth still have to be said. Even the Bible said the truth shall set you free. And I intend to be free. And I want my people in Africa, especially Nigeria, to be free. Number 3, what does your bank need to do for you? Entrepreneurship and SME support. I see this one, I like it. One of the things people don't understand why it looks as if people seem to succeed outside of Nigeria, it's because of the system that we all find in those places. And the thing that pains me, Echo, is this: some of these very particular guys, they become dumb and deaf without actually implementing. It just looks as if the moment you get to not Oartambo, what's the airport in Lagos? Murtala Mohammed, MMA, that's the name. Yeah, it looks as if the moment you fly into Murtala Mohammed, your brain freezes. I don't understand. That also includes by politicians. You don't have a problem embezzling money, carrying our money, going to South Africa, America, UK, London, wherever, Canada, buy houses, clean houses, the one you know. Then you come back to Nigeria, you are demolishing houses. And you're not even building something that is nice. You know yourself. Let me not mention your name has been popular for the past days. You know yourselves. There is a particular senator that literally, that senator, he has one of the best mall in Cape Town, South Africa. He has one of the best house. There's a particular governor in Nigeria. He has 46 houses in South Africa. 46. I look at the state in which that governor governed. That place look like, in South Africa, we call it a shack. I don't know how you guys call it here. When you know something look like place where you go dump things, that's how the thing is. But hear me, banks, entrepreneurship and SME support. It means banks can become innovative partners and not just lenders. How do you do that? Number one, provide advisory service and incubation support to startups. Advisory service. Hear me, for those of you banking, let me use the word, I'm going to use fashion designers, for instance. Fashion designers, hear me. Your bank knows the A-listers that is in their database. They have what we call business and development support system in the bank. I choose to believe that they do because I've seen two and just two different banks that I've gone to. It's really one of the banks that I mentioned that you bank with them. If you want to know that bank, consult your lawyer. No, consult your consultant. I'm not a lawyer. Because Nigeria now, they say if you go and court title, Rufai will come for me. So you're a professor of experience. I don't want him to come for me, but I'm a professor of consultancies on the business side. Let's put the comma out. Now, your bank has a business and development department where, as a fashion designer, you can literally go into the place, tell your bank that I'm doing this very particular business. I need clients and data from your bank and co for me to be able to approach this very particular thing, or probably help me create a mini stock fair, or probably a Biscope kind of event, a meet and greet, so that I can meet these people and present my business to them. Guess what? Your bank can do that, but how many of you are taking advantage of it? Sometimes, literally, your customers are the people in the same bank where you bank. I belong to a particular club in this very particular bank here. I don't want to mention their name because I'm still fighting them. The part of the futures of that very particular club is for me to be able to attend at least quarterly events. And that's the reason why I actually bank with them. Quarterly events, some monthly events and stuff. But all of the events I've seen on the database, they are very useless as to the things that I need to do with my life. Very useless. What's my business with you giving me a comedy gig night? And yet I'm a businessman. What's my business? Do I look like Atiku who wants to appear before comedians and stuff? He's a politician. He needs to canvass votes. So yes, he can go to comedy night because he needs to be there. I'm not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who very soon now all of them will come out now. They will literally start carrying what you call going to sit with people for them to fry agbado just to make them understand that we are all together with you. I'm not. I'm a businessman. I need you to link me up to the fellow business people that I can do business with. Guess what? The banks outside of Nigeria are doing it. How come Nigeria is not doing it? Or chances are they do it. Let me even say there is a particular bank that does those things, but it's only available for the elite. And guess what? It's supposed to be filtered to everybody. So if you go there, you make a demand, do me, record it and post it out there. You'll be so shocked. They will call you and apologize and give you access to it. Your banks, literally, they can be able to provide advisory service and incubation support for you. I know a couple of the banks in South Africa that Darlington Steve, I have benefited from that very particular service. But how many of your banks here can do it? But hear me, it is the responsibility of your bank to do those things, which means they can connect you to investors, connect you to getting grant, connect you to business development and networks that are available. Your bank can do that. Your bank has people who are doing property business, and you have property, and yet you don't know where to the bank. Can even say this. Bank can do it. But hear me, it is the responsibility of your bank to do those things, which means they can connect you to investors, connect you to business development and networks that are available. Your bank can do that. Your bank has people who are doing property business, and you have property, and yet you don't know where to the bank can do you know that banks, they repossess house? Your bank. Property guys, your bank has a lot of cheapily, like we call it in South Africa, a lot of cheap banks. I mean, cheap houses that are in your bank. Your bank do have them. You hear Mr. Femi Otodola, who actually exposed a particular thing that happened in his business where he says his business wasn't moving, was owing bank and stuff. Do you hear what the man said concerning what the bank and the owner of the bank, or probably the people of that bank, they were his friends. They came for his property. The question is that they come for that property. What did they do with the property? It's sitting at the portfolio of the bank. That property literally is up for sale at a minimum price because they want to recover the loss of the money they were needing from Mr. Wetton. So the thing is in there with that information. That property will now be sold. I almost wanted to say it's like what Wiki is doing now. I didn't say so. That property will now be sold to friends and families. But you, downward. That's why I like my Southeast system. Somebody was saying to me, stop talking about South Africa. I said, that's the only thing I know for now. I spent there for over 2 decades. I understand the systems. I like saying that Nigeria, we have cash. South Africa has solid cash. Very solid. 1 rand is 85 naira. That's how solid the thing is. Friend of ours was saying to me, he said, if I come to Nigeria with 100 rand, I mean 100,000 rand, I say you're a millionaire. You'll be classified as a millionaire. Straight. Why do you think they don't want to come back to Nigeria when they find themselves there? So which means your banks are also SME support, loan guarantee scheme, and also reduce the risk of your businesses. Your bank can do that. I'm saying all of these with pain because I know that it was a painstaking research, calling some of my friends. I have insiders where I'm never going to mention their name till I die. If you like bring bullet, it's not going to happen. Call some of my friends and co who are actively involved in bank, both local and international. Tell me these things. And when they were giving me all of these things, I promise I feel like crying. And this is what they said to me. All of them, I promise you all. It said that features on this business support is available for everybody as long as you have a bank account. So it's available. They said they can even give you a structured soft loan. And that very particular loan literally is almost close to 0% interest to return the money bank because of the activities of your bank account and how frequently money comes into your account. They can literally give you a soft loan. Banks that are charging you your life and your liver, your kidney, and even your soul. Some of these banks literally, they are like Jacob. They'll ask for your birthright. And yet, even at that birthright, God said, when you even finish paying, they don't want to give you your birthright back. Nigerian banks are literally like Jacob. They collect your birthright. They will. But guess what? The bank properly should not be doing that. I'm saying this with all my full chest. The banks, they know they can't come for me because they know that I'm exposing their tricks. So hear me. The banks don't just go there to get loan. Some of you literally after this show is over, call your bank, tell them you want to speak to the business development department. And when you get the business, schedule an appointment, go sit with them, tell them this is the business I do. Let me even say this to you. Do you know your bank can actually assist you in developing a business, a business plan? Your bank can do that. Especially if you're a business person, you make them the business development department. Their job is to understand your business, help you create solutions that maximize profits into their bank account because they want money, so they would assist you. Nigeria, stop doing POS business every corner. How do I get this? Because every corner is literally POS business. It's only in Nigeria where one thing is trending. Everybody wants to trend it. Everybody. Now every corner I go POS business. I'm thinking, really? Now everybody's running property. As if property was not there when crude oil was there. Now it's that time was crude oil. So the that now making caricatures, you will just paint white luxury. I don't understand. Just by painting the house white luxury, no stove, no cabinet, no wardrobe, the step to the house not functioning, the light is hanging like something that is not straight, and yet you target luxury. The pipe bomb water smelling, the drainage not flowing, and you still call it luxury. I don't understand. Because why? Many people who are in the property scheme of things, literally, they are just what we call tatama chance. They're just taking chance. They're not literally interested in it. They just want to make a quick cash and take the money and go to London to go literally stay in a good, well-structured environment. I say this point number 3 with all my few chests is the fact that your bank can literally give you the contact and the network you need. Approach your bank today. Number 4, quickly. What can your bank do? Because I have 15 minutes to close at the previous one. But your bank can literally become a productivity and growth partner, which means your bank can boost your productivity through what? Number 1, affordable housing loan and vehicle financing. They can be able to provide you those things. Banks of Nigeria, I think it's the government. I think I was told about it. It was a government portal that can literally help you get a house loan at a cheaper rate and stuff. Forgotten the name, but if you know the name, you can actually put it down there on the comment section. And those of you who knows banks that literally can give you affordable housing, the bank stores far that I know, the big one where I call them that they are the Jacob. They don't offer finance loan. And also on that thing with this, in terms of productivity, hear me, banks. Nigeria is one of the strongest startup or self-employed country in the world, okay, excluding China, America. For instance, as much as yes, we talk about business plan, the business plan model that an average bank or probably fintech organizations are using, or VCs like my kind, they are using, it doesn't fit the African problem. It does not fit it. You will go to America, pick a particular blueprint. You do not understand the structure, why they put that very particular thing that way. What is the reasons why they said, okay, 5 years business plan and stuff. Chances are maybe that environment, it's very good for business development and stuff. And so because of that, they will say 5 years. Nigeria, maybe all you need is 3 months. Because why? You know that the president can come up with policy and boom, it's affecting the currency. FCT minister can wake up and start breaking all the shops. Because why? The policies are not stable, but yet we're stressing. You banks, you can help. You can help. They're busy developing, and some of the estate agents not currently now, they are now becoming what we call hookups, both men and female, because they have to sell land and stuff, and they become hookups. You bank, you're actually encouraging them, because those houses, if you can put them on your database and stuff, they can come and be sleeping with your men and women in your banks now. But these very particular girls and young men, they literally have to go pitch this house, and some of them, they have children to feed, bills to pay. You know, I have a saying that may you never be pushed to a particular wall when you turn, it is cutlass that is in your hand, because Baba, you would react. That's why one of the things here, as much as I hear they say don't judge, blah blah blah. I mean, judge not. I mean, what's it called? The whole issue of judging people and co. I'm very slow in judging people. Very slow. In fact, my slow is slower than snail and tortoise joined together. I'm that slow. Because why? The only way I say things, I said equality, the things that arrange your mind. If I can do different from you, then I can judge. But between now and then, I go quiet. I will only advise you to say that thing that you are doing, can we review it and let's judge so that you, judge not so that you shall not be judged. The reason why is because you are not perfect. So don't go and judge. Before tomorrow, they now come and judge you, then you now begin to complain. Yeah, you are judging me, but you judged before. But is it wrong for you to judge? No. Because that's where accountability comes in. But in the sense of judge not so that you shall not be judged, it's the fact that if you know that it's an outcome that you stayed away from the media with no scandal and co. I say, because I don't go and poke my business in businesses that doesn't concern me, I stay my lane. Because there's no way you will come around my circle. You must find debt. It's in your cupboard. I know there is one phrase like that in Nigeria that is called skeleton in your cupboard. That no matter what happens, if you open the cupboard, you will see skeleton there. Number 2, in terms of productivity and career growth, your banks can be able to help you with skill development, grant, and partnership. Then also your bank can also be able to help you with saving automation tools that they are really perhaps because I can see the thing is throttling. I can see it by myself here. So I purposely into the whole thing in advance in case if you are hearing my sound, but the picture is doing like this. It's because MTN have decided to do what they know how to do best. Globacom doing, by the way. How strong is Globacom data? Somebody just let me know in the comment section. Because we have, I think Nigeria has MTN, Globacom. Which one again? Airtel. Yeah, that's Airtel. Then there's this one, I think it's Nigerian Mobile or something like that. 9 Mobile. Now, but how come everybody stays with MTN? What is wrong with you, Globacom, Airtel, and 9? Including all of the remaining one. Maybe there's 10 now. I don't even know. What is wrong with you other guys? Like, I don't understand. What is wrong? You are not playing in that field for you to become competitive in data. See, Nigerians are consumers of data. A Nigerian man will have 3 phones. All that phone and the SIM card has data and airtime. They all have data and airtime. MTN and all of these guys, I'm coming for you next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Armed Forces Radio. I'm coming for you. I have database for us to be able to discuss your problem. Then I will then come back next week, Friday again, hopefully, to make you understand alternative method for you to be able to secure proper. Friday is a solution-driven day. You know, that's where I come and I just talk to you as my family. So number 5, what does your bank will tell you that this show is very nice? Access to global opportunity, which means modern bank can help you connect with global economy, which means number 1, the whole issue of diaspora remittance and programs with low fees. I have benefit. You see, I can't. You see, I hate it when I have to mention South Africa, Namibia, Eswatini, and also Botswana. I hate it when I have to mention that because why? I have played in that region. I can't. It's painful. And yet the biggest export of human in Africa is Nigeria. It's called Japa. Apart from, I don't even know, the biggest export is what's called Japa, which is humans. Then the second one will be your Zamfara crisis, which is happening now, the issue of the northern gold that is being exported, and also your crude oil that is following illegal bunkers, this thing and co. But the number 1 export in Nigeria is Japa. Literally. But hear me, there's a lot of Nigerians Japa in. What diaspora remittance program have you created? What bridge have you put in place to be able to mitigate Nigeria? And they can only do that via, are you playing in that field? The whole issue of cross-border investment and trading financing for SMEs. There is a particular company in South Africa, literally is called Brand SA. What Brand SA does, they partner with banks. And all they do is the fact that if you have a talent and you needed to go, for example, let's say you're a fashion designer, you needed to go to, let me say, you needed to come to Nigeria for a fashion display, the bank will finance you 100% because you are literally going to that country to go promote the flag or probably that very particular country called South Africa. Do Nigeria have that program from the banks? Do you? If you do, please comment too, because today I'm here to just let's solve these problems. I'm not going to sit back and behave as if I don't know there is a problem. Let's solve it. Do you? In fact, I choose to believe that there is none because we can see that with your super ego. Your super ego will fly to a particular country, and some of them fly. In fact, even this Olympic game, there is one of the Olympic game I saw where this lady flied to, I think it's one of the Olympic country, and literally there was no the tools that she's going to use. The NF, what is it? I don't know if it's NF you guys call it. They couldn't give to the girl, and the girl is going to run for Nigeria. I just feel like ending this thing. I think this is where I just feel like after this, I just commit me Rwanda. Literally, they were, in fact, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to remember what was that. Literally, it was another country who came with extras for their people. They now borrowed this person to use the thing to do their own for Nigeria. And you wonder why Nigeria is literally living a borrowed life. No wonder the country is named by somebody's girlfriend, because we are literally behaving like McQuaps. McQuaps means side chick. Because literally, simple thing, banks can help you. As long as it comes to national identity and national branding, they can help you. And in case if you're not doing it in Nigeria, please, I beg you, bankers, these are the things you're supposed to be sitting with your innovation guys. And if you want me to come and sit with you guys in your bank, I will come, as long as you're not going to kidnap me. Because if I'm coming, I will give VDM my track. Because look as if VDM is the beginning of wisdom for all of you. Can you imagine? I can't even say I will give police VDM for that matter. You guys have enforced him to become like he called the Fourth Republic, rattle gangs. You caused it. Government, you caused it. You produced VDM. You are the one who produced him. I know you say how? Because you're not doing the thing you're supposed to be doing. He decided to take the bull by the horn to do it by himself. So you produce VDM. Number, finally, because of my time, I can talk a lot about this number 5, access to global opportunity. There's a lot of us. AfriOne also, we try as much as possible to facilitate. Please, for those of you who are watching this, Echo said my hand is this one. The numbers here on the screen, please use the advantage. Call us for global access and opportunities so that you can then be able, but please make sure that you have a working business. If you notice our criteria for everyone, because I'm still researching to see how to come up with system that fits the Nigerian market so that I don't, because I came from the Western world, I'm sorry. Voodoo South Africa is an African country, but they are influenced a lot by the Western system. Which means the bank can become driver for national progress, almost similar to what I was talking about. How can they become what you called community impact? Number one, support community project like school, hospital, but to offer some CSR, what's called climate resilience. Number 3, build trust, ecosystem that rewards loyal customers and foster shared prosperity. Let's be honest, banks, do you even have loyalty point? No. Hi, for somebody, this is a business opportunity for you to be able to take. And in case if I have just said a lot, but please, I want you to go back and watch this. If you want me, for the first time, I'm going to say this. If you want me to share the note, I will share the notes with you by literally and we'll take it up from there. That is one. Then number 2, I'm available for any consulting of your business in terms of access to markets. I'm available. Obviously, it's going to cost. Not bank. It's not that it's because they didn't pay me for that. But you will pay me, then I'll tell you the banks and give you the name of the people to go and see in those banks. You may not be in Abuja, but I can communicate with the people for you to go meet these guys in the bank where you are in the region in Nigeria to be able to assist you. All of that will come with an additional fee. We are all about bridging the divide. And so, with that being said, thank you so much. And I apologize for the lagging because I can tell you point blank I'm seeing it. So I apologize for it. And I think maybe what is going to happen next time, if this MTN guy's head is not correct, we might begin to do every Friday whereby we'll just do a normal production and we'll just post it out there and you take it up from there. I want to encourage you, for those of you who are watching on for the first time, for you to support by literally subscribe, being following, like, join. I think the join is there. There is a join, the 70. fact that the internet went off, and I'm trying for it to come back again. Yeah, I'm back. But please let me know if you can hear me so that I take it up from there quickly as I bring my thoughts to a close. Okay, I've just to Nigeria, bring internet also added to so that we can stream live the bombing. Because at the end of the day, I think I was saying this. Let me say this. Let me just add my voice to this whole issue of Trump, President Donald Trump from the United States of America. Genocide is in Nigeria within the northern side of Nigeria. I've experienced genocide. I've experienced Muslim killing Christians, Muslim extremists also. Muslim extremists killing Christians. I was born in Kaduna. I know how many times the people from how many times the people outside of the barrack will run into the barracks because they are cleaning Christians. I was born in the barracks. My barrack there is known as First Division. It's close to the border between, I choose to remember now, I know that it's border between Kurumashi, Kawu, Angwarimi, and Gwadosa. I still remember this place. Man, damn it, that was long ago. And funny enough, I'm even seeing the gates out to US House Barrack and stuff. Guess what? When these extremists are killing, they come. I remember a particular house, literally, if you are going from the barracks to go to the church, that time we attended Deeper Life Church in Kurumashi. I remember there is a particular house where the owner of the house, literally, he has the owner of the house, literally, it's a Muslim, killed the owner of the house because he was keeping Christians in his house. These are experiences Darlington Steve, I have experienced firsthand. So yes, the reason why years ago we can't talk about it because there is no social media, but now social media is there. These guys who are denying to say there is no genocide in the northern part of Nigeria. So please, it's not that there is genocide in Nigeria. It is the northern part of Nigeria. So we need to clear that. And even the northern part, there is a sect. And the few states that is predominantly, you can find that on your social media platform by Google it. Nothing is happening here. But you can't say nothing is happening in Kaduna. You can't say nothing is happening in Zamfara. You can't say nothing is happening in Jos. You can't say nothing is happening in Benue. Benue is like the headquarters. With that being said, family, I've come to the end of the broadcast for today. If you have any question you want to ask, please feel free to send questions on any of the platform that you are watching. Most of the time, and I use most of the time, I go back and stuff. I try to respond. So I want to encourage you, please and please comment below, drop this. What's this? I don't know what story you're asking, but nonetheless. So with that being said, you can ask any on the screen, and it's a wrap. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle. What you're saying, I don't know. Your English is not just adding up. Your English is not adding up, so just try as much as possible to fix your English properly so that I can hear you. But nonetheless, when you're and the quality of the picture is partly driven by echo. Thank you so much, and also to all of the staffs. My biggest support currently here in Nigeria, Abuja to be precise. Thank you, Charlotte Prime Homes and Ethan Good Estate, which has been driven by Charlotte herself as the managing director of the company. And I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support. I shall see you next week, Friday, same time, on Wednesday, 7 p.m. at the Armed Forces Radio. Bye for now. And just know that God loves you. Let's try to avoid genocide thinking, and let's also be open to healthy competition and healthy conversation. Just because you are Muslims and I'm Christian does not mean that we have to fight. We can be able to live peacefully in this country called Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to us all, doesn't belong to a particular tribe of people. It's a wrap on my side.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle Darlington Steve on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.
I don't think the space in the system will be affecting it.
This network.